So, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Compromise, or also known as Meet Me Halfway. So, I know you all may be looking at it like, where is the significant other? So she recently left to go to Vegas for her best friend getting married. So, shout out to Tanisha and shout out to Lincoln on their union that they've just started. Wasn't able to attend, so I was like, well, why don't we do an episode where it's just the fellas? And so this episode, what I'm going to do is call this the gentleman's class. So I just want to let everyone know a little bit about me. I grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana. I went to Captain Shreve High School, went to Middle Magnet, I went to Linwood, Atkins Elementary, Southern Hills Elementary. It was a couple. I was out there. I was like a school thought. Like I was going to a lot of schools. But no, just like I'm a goofball, as you can see. I'm kind of like always been the funny guy, or the person that was just like, man, Darchi is so funny. And I love everybody. I have friends that, man, we play video games. I have friends that actually, like Kylan, one of my best friends, we did everything together. And I said his name first because the hat that I have on. Shout out to Good Works Production. Good Work Production has started since the year of 20. No, I'm just playing. I'm not going to do all that. But no, shout out to Kylan, man. That's one of my best friends in the world. Warren, shout out to him. Shout out to Phoenicia, Carrington, Jay. So many people. Kendall, Tanner, T, everybody. I can shout y'all out for days. Daryl, Thad. Ooh, there's a lot of y'all. Isaiah, Med, Javante. Man, I got a lot of friends, so I can shout y'all out for days, or I can go into this segment called the gentleman's class, which I'm going to do. So if I fail to shout you out, know I still love you, like Corey, Desmond, like those people, man. I really appreciate y'all for everything y'all put into my life and impacting my life and the way that y'all have. But gentleman's class, let's touch on that. So I don't have nobody here to ask questions to, like my lovely wife. That would be to my right hand or left hand, whichever side she'd be on most of the time was comfortable for her. Or I don't have like a guest like Javante, Stacy, Lincoln, Tanisha. I don't have nobody here but me. So basically I wanted a segment so where we just talk about being a gentleman. So ladies, let's see if I know what I'm talking about. Well, first, I kind of wanted to get into the area of approach, because I feel like, as women know, or I can touch on the fact that how I met my wife. I met my wife in a club. It was a holy matrimony, but we was in there in the club. Holier than thou. But just to be real on that, I approached her in a way that it was just, kind, sincere, and kind of a gentleman like. So I was taught from one of my friends that yanking a woman's arm, like I'm gonna say that rule number one. Let's do it as rules. So rule number one, yanking a woman's arm, most women don't like it. I'm just saying, like, it's each his own, because I don't feel like a lot of dudes out here are looking for a wife in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just out here looking for a good time. Especially if you go to the club or a bar or something like that. I wasn't, but I met my wife in the club, so hey, let's, what I'm saying? But, and even if you're not trying to meet your wife in the club, like, yanking her arm, bro, like, we strong, dude. Like, you see these man yanking her arm, bro, it's pretty deadly for some of y'all out there. That's pretty strong. So rule number one, yanking a woman's arm, for most women, hopefully some women are out there watching, no go. Rule number two, approach with a compliment. That was one of the things that, like I used to do. I was, before we got married, we were people. So let's just be real here. I know people like, don't be, sharing how you like hollered at women and stuff like that. But no, just, I met my wife in the club. I can even be talking about her, but compliment, just compliment a young lady or a female. The funny thing about it, guys, is that most women, they spend hours like to get dressed. They They took time out to put their clothes on. Hey, girl, it's a romper. Girl, look, like got their nails did. They did something to go out. Most women just don't go out and be like, all right, I ain't gonna get my nails did. I'm finna go plain Jane. I'm finna go face not beat. Not finna get my hair did. I'm not finna do nothing. They went for a purpose. And that is to show off what they did. So I'm letting you know a compliment can go a very long way with certain women out here. Just because those women, they took time. So you want to be, it's almost like respecting their artistry. You know, you respect their art. That they was able to put all this together, put this whole ensemble, put their whole little, you know, shebang on. Approach with a compliment, guys. You can talk about anything. And have, I guess rule number 3 could be, because this is all freestyling. I'm coming straight off the dome with the gentleman's class today, guys. I didn't write this down. I should have wrote it down, but I'm gonna say rule number 3 is have some context about you. Like have some. I want to put it in a way to say like don't be dry. You know, with women, especially when you're first starting to meet her. You having those conversations and stuff like that. Find out what interests her. You know, if you're really trying to, like, men have to be chivalrous and we have to be the ones that's kind of like the leader, the head of household. A lot of women want to see you approach and be that guy, that man, and that leader. And you gotta come with it. You can't just sit there and expect her to come with everything. Invite her on a date. Like, fellas, I see a lot of my friends, that can be rule number 4. Like, first concept, like you context, just be able to have something about you to where you can, like, either what I did with India was I tried to find her interest and I kind of dug into that. She loved dancing and I loved music, so I put 2 and 2 together in kind of a way to where we kind of connected a lot of times on, you know, and I drive that conversation. I drive it just, hey, like, have you heard this album? Or, hey, like, listen to this little playlist that, you know, you can put together. So yeah, for sure. I forgot the 4th thing I just said, but should have wrote it down. But no, in all honesty, like I wanted to speak on those first couple ones just because I know for sure, like, you know, not guys are struggling, but I feel like women get frustrated sometimes with how guys, because we don't know. We, like, honestly, women, we don't. And we weren't taught. It's not like we don't come as homeboys and be like, hey, listen, this is like how you approach that girl right there. I even tried, but some dudes, they got their own style. They got their own, hey, excuse me, pardon me, I want to do this, or I want to say this to you. You know what I'm saying? And it a lot of times it's kind of like failed as like a brotherhood for us to be able to, like, because it's kind of frowned upon to say like, hey, treat a woman nice. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like a lot of dudes back when I was younger, just like, hey, like, respect a woman, like, treat her nice and bring her flowers. That's not a thing or a concept that we were doing. So I wanted to start this, and hopefully I can do some more. I know me and India, we do our thing, and we have our podcast every other Friday. Tune in. Thank you so much on YouTube. The Compromise is the Andersons, the A-Team. However you want to look us up on YouTube, shout out. But I wanted to be able to, you know, let the fellas out there know, like, hey, listen, man, you got this. Like, to be able to, you know, approach a woman in a kind way, respectful way, you know, and especially if she's a nice looking young lady, or especially if she's a, you know, beautiful, or you feel like she has class, you know, to approach her with class, you know what I'm saying? Like, or even you feel like she don't got class, you looking at her like, nah, she not classy. She still may be classy, bro. So you still want to, you know, hey, some of these women out here, they be expecting. Another thing that me and my friend was speaking on too, and I can let this be the last thing because I want these gentleman classes to be very short. This is all about like meeting someone for the first time. So this gentleman's class is about just meeting someone. So intentional. Be very intentional. Be very intentional. Be intentional. I say that if you're not looking for like a partner when you first meet somebody, if you probably just got broken up with, you probably just got a relationship, be intentional. Let people know, because there's a lot of people out here that play games. Let's just be honest. You know, we all like on this board of life called Monopoly, and we just trying to buy houses, buy real, you know, get stock, all this stuff that we trying to do. But and sometimes when we come across like a heartbreak, or sometimes we come across like certain things or certain aspects in life, when we meet someone new, we don't tell them exactly everything. Just because I had a conversation with my friend and I tell them that it's the fear. It's the fear of someone knowing or being vulnerable. And fellas, women be wanting to know that. I'm sorry. I feel like that's what these are all my opinion based too. And I've had conversation with some of my friends that are girls and best friends and mother-in-laws and my mother and stuff like that. But intentions can be able to help, you know, drive like what's going on or what's the situation for certain people. Because hey, look, if you tell her like, hey, I'm just trying to kick it for a little while, she might be cool with it. You know, like you may not know on the other side what she was dealing with. You know, we have such fear that it's like, oh, if I tell her I'm just trying to kick it and she really feeling me, like, how's this gonna go, bro? Like, that's not gonna go good, bro. Like, nah, it's like what, 7 billion people in the world, and you like afraid that this one girl is not gonna be cool with it. You're gonna get 18 no's and 3 yeses. Let's just come on, guys. Every girl ain't gonna like you. Like, it's a lot of people that think I'm ugly or think I'm not cute, and that's why I got a wife. I got the one that said I like you, and she said I do. So just letting you know, like, those intentions can go a very long way. Me and India, to explain a little bit about us, our intentions was we let each other know, like, probably like 3 months into dating, like, hey, like, I'm searching for marriage. Like, I was in that thing, like, hey, like, I've been heartbroken a couple of times. I know that it could be on a whim or it could be fast thinking process, but I'm searching for marriage. I really was. At the time, I was really done with it, y'all. Hey, fellas, some of my boys probably watching. I put my jersey up, y'all. I put that jersey up, and I was done. I was done playing the game. I was done playing this like charades game. I was done playing all that stuff, and I had a few people that, you know, I may have not shared my full intentions with them, but I didn't know what to do, you know. And I kind of, when I found India, it was like a breath of fresh air or a new light, because like when she came with her same intentions after I said my intentions, it was just a beautiful thing. After that, we kind of just connected in so many different ways because we were real upfront on what we wanted. You know, a lot of other things like picking boogers and stuff, and you know, her using the bathroom on like our first date, you know, number 2, I was like, okay. But hey, she was intentional. She was real. I like somebody that's vulnerable and real and honest and just open, because I don't want to be in a marriage to where I'm like, I can't tell you this, you're gonna get mad today, or you're gonna argue. So yeah, but this ain't about a marriage. This is about, you know, just being a gentleman. And so I really wanted to, you know, share a couple of things like that. I will go back to the list, but like I said, freestyle. So I just wanted the fellas out there to know a few things, just to, you know, just to be a gentleman, man. You know, like, I really want this to be like a cool thing. I don't want it to be like, oh man, I ain't trying to listen to this dude. Like, nah, I really want dudes out there to just like, I want you to be able to get the ladies. You know, I want you to be a lady, but I want you to be a cool ladies man. Don't be the square dog. Don't be the guy that's, you know, doing too much, like, basically. So this gentleman's class from The Compromise is basically brought to you by Mr. Darchi. Just letting you know that it's cool to be a gentleman. It's cool to be classy. It's cool to be chivalrous. Open the door for her, man. If y'all going on a date, open the door. Pull out her chair, man. Like, dude, you don't know how far it might take you, you know? Go to the moon, man. But honestly, for real, just it's all about, you know, respect in a lot of cases. And I feel like women out there deserve respect. These women deserve respect. I'm gonna say it one more time. These women deserve respect. These women deserve respect. Women go through so much. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, we feel like we go through a lot of battles, but we do not bleed every month. We do not carry a baby for 9, you know? So, hey, we don't know certain things. And, you know, women, they always say women are the strongest because all these pain points that they can be able to go through. But just letting you know, man, just this is a gentleman's class, just to let you know these are some of the good things. So next time I'm ready down, hopefully this freestyling thing or this thing that just came up to my mind, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a podcast out of this. I'm gonna put this out there. I want people to be able to understand, and people to be able to just know where I come from as far as like how I treated and try to respect most of the women. If I disrespect anybody, I really apologize. I don't know who all are listening. I know it was some people that was in different places that I was like, oh man, I reached out to you. You reached out to me or something, and I really appreciate that. And but yeah, I truly, like I always say in every episode, I truly love you all. I want everybody to be successful, no matter if you're in my past, no matter if you don't like me anymore or dislike me, or if I truly hurt you or hurt your feelings or whatever it was, hopefully we turn over a new leaf, or repent, and I give everything to God, and God first as always, and letting everybody know this is the episode of the podcast. Shout out to Good Works Production. That is the hat that I'm wearing. All white hat, looks nice, don't it? He has hoodies, he has shirts that are coming out too as well, and his name is Kylan Thomas. So shout out to him. Shout out to Immerse Fashion. That is Immerse Fashion, immersefashion.com. That is my wife's business. She has purses that are on sale and many different items. And also lastly, shout out to the Andersons Photography. That is a low price photography that can come to you at any time. We are open, ready to be booked. This is graduation season too as well, so come on with it. But yeah, man, I love you all, fellas. We got this. Hang on.